Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Res. In this video, I want to take a look at the Brainstormer. If you don't know, this is a series that I'm doing on my channel where I kind of just take older weapons in the game, or just honestly any weapon, and take a look back how they're performing now at the current meta. You know, they're level 72 now. Anointments have been changed, so a lot of things can be different. And in this video, not other than the Brainstormer, this is a classic. Everybody loved this thing when it first came out. Not only was it fun for ad clearing, it was really good for help getting your active skill back on characters like Flak. It had a bunch of little utility benefits, and it also just looks really cool. I mean, look at this thing. So like I do in all these videos, I'll talk about the buffs and stuff that came with it, and this only actually has ever received like one buff throughout the whole lifespan of the game. That's just that they made the projectiles chain easier. And if you don't know how this gun works, essentially when you shoot an enemy, it's going to chain lightning to other enemies and just do some damage. Throughout the lifespan, this gun was, like I said, very fun in the beginning. But now, as we can see, like, it still is okay. It still does decent damage. This is partially because I am an Omara with some infusion. And as you see, some incendiary damage is going off. And this is Athena's. But on single targets like that, it's where it just starts to fall off. You really have to get those chains going to start doing a lot of damage. And, yeah, but now if we start incorporating some action skills, obviously, you know, with Revolter and stuff, it's going to be a little better. But actually, I do have a phase cast on it. So let me throw phase cast on. And also, another change to happen is the action skill and element change. So essentially, this thing used to stack up a lot of elements, and you could have a bunch of chains going off like crazy. That also changed this, so you only get a couple chains now, which does suck. But, you know, it still performs pretty well. But let me get phase cast up right here, and we'll see Revolter plus damage anoint on it, and it can start to slay some things. Again, even with all that, the single target just with no chain is just, it's kind of bad. Like, you really have to have a lot of enemies around and really focus on the active build. But I'm going to walk up here and go to the next area so you guys can see it a little bit more. So the Brainstorm was super fun, but the problem is not only is it just like now, well, not really but they also released another gun called the Conflux that essentially is just a corrosive Brainstormer that just does more damage. Like right here, it would just be doing more damage than this, and it would insta-kill enemies. But as you see, with everything going, like the Brainstormer can still like wreck enemies. Like again, this is on Athena's, but with it chain and everything, like you can act clear like crazy, and you really it lets you use things not like Taz that bond to actually kill a lot of stuff, or just any like add clear action skill. And you can focus more on single target damage action skills like the phase cast anoint to start doing a lot more damage. So we're gonna chain right here. And yeah, the other enemy is that, but this guy is resistant to a little bit of corrosive, so I'm not doing that much damage to him. But I'm going to take this over to the Guardian Takedown, so you get a more, I guess, in-game view of the gun, and we'll see how it performs over there. And so over here in the Guardian Takedown now, and we'll see how it performs. And also, I can't remember if I said Conflux earlier, but I meant Reflux. The Reflux is basically just a corrosive shotgun of the Brainstormer that just does more damage. So there's really no reason you just wouldn't run that one unless you really need it shot. But as you see, with all the anoints stacking up right here, this is the Guardian Takedown, and it's actually melting these enemies if it is chaining. But again, if you was just using the Reflux, it would just be doing more damage than this. And plus, there also are armored enemies like the one we just shot right here, and things we die. But now, also on characters like Amara with Sustainment, this will just let you pretty much live forever because you're just always going to have elements going around everywhere. And as you see, it is crazy, the visual effects. This literally might crash your game if you don't have a powerful enough system. It still probably is one of the most fun guns in the game just to use. Like, I mean, look at all the elements that's going off right there. It's hilarious to see just all the chains going off. But I still think other guns are going to outperform this. Namely, again, as I've said like the millionth time, the Reflux. But like even other shotguns will probably still do better than this. But I'm going to take this over to Grave Ward so we can see its policy potential. But I think we all know what that's going to be like. And I really don't even have to go show you. But we'll go over there just to showcase it. All right, so over here on Grave Ward now, we're going to proc all our anoints. And we'll see what this can do. And so it's not doing awful. Like with everything proc, like I mean some would consider that awful, but for what this gun is, it's actually not terrible. Being that this is a mobbing style weapon, it's literally just built for ad clear and not single target damage whatsoever. We'll shoot on his hand over here where you typically do more damage, and it's taking him down. You might eventually run out of ammo before you kill him, but yeah, as you see, it's clearly not a bossing weapon. Unless there are other enemies around and you can chain lightning to the boss. But that is the Brainstormer. If you do want to farm for this, this does drop from Katagawa Ball, and it's also a world drop. You know, and you can also reroll the anoints, get whatever anoint you want on it. But yeah, this gun still is very fun. And if you don't have a reflex, I would recommend using this, because I'm pretty sure the reflex is a mayhem trap. I don't know if it's mayhem 4 or 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6. So if you're trying to get to mayhem 6, this is going to be a good option for that. And it is very, very fun to use. Let me know what weapons you guys would like to see next, or if you're just enjoying the series in general, because I like putting these together and just going over the history of some of the weapons that doesn't get talked about that much nowadays. And if you did enjoy, consider subscribing and dropping a like. It really helps me out and our community grow by getting these videos out there for everyone to see. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.